She stood in front of her closet on a quiet Sunday morning. The light streaming through the window danced across the rows of beige, navy, and black. Nothing was wrong, but nothing felt right either. Everything looked safe, comfortable, but somehow her reflection whispered that something was missing. Not youth, not perfection, just life. For many women over 60, this moment feels all too familiar. We've been daughters, mothers, professionals, caretakers, always dressing for someone or something else. But now, in this season of life, we're being called back to ourselves, to rediscover who we are, through color, through texture, through presence. That's the beautiful truth no one tells us enough. Style isn't about hiding age, it's about honoring it. And color? Color is the fastest, most powerful way to reignite that quiet fire inside. It speaks before you say a word. It lifts your energy, defines your mood, and reflects how you see yourself, even before the world does. And yet, so many of us hesitate. We've been told to stick with neutrals, to tone it down, to stay safe. But here's the thing, there's elegance in boldness, there's confidence in contrast, and there's no expiration date on standing out beautifully. So in today's video, we're stepping beyond the ordinary. Together, we'll explore 20 stunning color combinations designed not just to make you look good, but to make you feel radiant. From rich jewel tones that command a room to soft pastels that whisper serenity, these pairings are more than trends. They're tools for expression, empowerment, and self-celebration. Let this be your invitation, not just to update your wardrobe, but to reawaken the vibrant woman still alive inside you. And it all begins with color. Rich refined, the power of deep, elegant color. There's something undeniably regal about rich colors. They don't shout, they command, they don't beg for attention, they simply deserve it. Think of emerald green. It's the kind of color that feels grounded yet alive, deep yet radiant. Imagine wearing a tailored emerald jumpsuit, cinched at the waist, confident in every line. Now add a burgundy blazer over your shoulders. The combination doesn't just look luxurious, it feels like self-assurance stitched into every seam. For women over 60, these rich hues do more than flatter the skin or shape. They create presence. They remind the world, and yourself, that you're not fading, you're evolving. And richness doesn't mean overcomplicated. A single statement color, thoughtfully placed, can carry more weight than a closet full of trends. Take midnight navy, for instance. It's quieter than black, but just as powerful. Maybe even more so. A navy sheath dress with subtle silver accents speaks of timeless grace. Pair it with metallic heels or a silver clutch, and suddenly your evening outfit becomes a quiet showstopper. Or consider charcoal gray paired with a bold accent, like an electric orange scarf or blouse. Unexpected, yes, but deeply stylish, especially when grounded by clean lines and classic cuts. The contrast adds vitality, while the deep base color keeps everything refined and mature. And that's the key. When you choose deep, saturated colors, burgundy, forest green, navy, charcoal, you're not just getting dressed, you're stepping into your power. These are colors that reflect strength, not because they're loud, but because they're unwavering. So the next time you reach for beige or black, pause. Ask yourself, what would happen if I wore something that made me feel majestic, not trendy, not safe, just quietly, beautifully bold? Because style after 60 doesn't mean disappearing into the background. It means owning your space with grace, with elegance, and with color. And from these rich tones, we move into something softer, but no less powerful. Soft but strong, the quiet strength of gentle colors. Soft colors often get overlooked. They're seen as fragile, delicate, even forgettable. But here's the truth. There is quiet strength in softness. And for women over 60, that kind of power feels deeply personal. Take powder blue. It's calm, serene, almost like a deep breath you wear. Now imagine it paired with warm taupe trousers, high-waisted, elegant, flowing. You're no longer just comfortable, you're centered. You're not trying to be noticed. Yet people look at you and smile because you look at peace with yourself. Or maybe it's butter yellow, a color that glows gently against silver hair or sun-kissed skin. Paired with lavender or cream, it creates an aura of lightness, a reminder that femininity doesn't need to be loud to be seen. Picture a lavender midi dress with ruffle details paired with butter yellow block heels and a straw clutch. It's simple, it's effortless, but it lingers in memory. These colors soothe, but they also define. They speak of a woman who doesn't need approval to feel beautiful, a woman who's not chasing trends, but curating her own quiet elegance. And softness doesn't mean weakness. Think of dusty pink with mocha brown. It's romantic, yes, but also grounded, real, lived in. It says, I've loved, I've learned, and I'm still blooming. Soft palettes are especially powerful for daytime events, lunch with friends, or those slow, precious mornings when dressing up is just for you. They remind us that beauty isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it whispers. So if you've ever felt invisible in the noise of flashy fashion, these colors bring you back. They reflect grace without apology. They create space for self-expression that doesn't need explanation. And from this softness, we step into something bold, bold confidence. Let your colors speak louder than words. There's a moment in every woman's life when she stops asking, is this too much? And starts saying, this is exactly who I am. That's what bold colors are for. Not for hiding, not for playing small, but for stepping out, bright, alive, unapologetic. Picture coral and turquoise together. Two vibrant shades that dance with energy. Now imagine a pair of coral pants, tailored but playful, paired with a sleeveless turquoise blouse. Add white sneakers and a smile, and suddenly you're not just dressed, you're radiating. These are the colors you wear when you want to feel the sunshine on your shoulders. When you're meeting old friends for lunch, or walking through a farmer's market, or simply saying, I still sparkle. Or try mustard yellow with forest green. It's earthy, bold, and unexpectedly refined. Picture wide-legged mustard culottes with a forest green blouse, structured, elegant, full of movement. Throw on a leather satchel and gold jewelry, and it's confidence in every step, not loud, but unmissable. Bold doesn't mean reckless, it means fearless in your expression, and fearless doesn't mean flashy, it means free. These color pairings are made for women who know they don't need permission to stand out, who choose color not to look younger, but to feel more themselves. And here's the best part, bold can still be beautiful. A cherry red blouse with cobalt blue, a bright yellow skirt with crisp white. They say, I'm here, I have lived, and I have nothing to hide. So the next time you reach for a safe color, pause. Ask yourself, what if bold is not too much? What if bold is exactly right? Because confidence isn't just a feeling, it's a color story waiting to be told. Now let's ground all this energy with something warm, timeless, and close to the heart. Earthy grounded, where color meets inner calm. Not every outfit has to dazzle. Sometimes it just needs to feel like home. Earth tones have a way of doing that. They don't chase attention, they hold it. They remind you of warm cups of coffee, fallen leaves, soft leather, and quiet strength. Imagine slipping into a rust-colored sweater dress. It hugs gently, not tightly. Now add a pair of olive green, knee-high boots. Not only do you look effortlessly put together, you feel rooted, like your feet belong exactly where they are. These colors speak of lived experience. They carry stories of resilience, softness, and dignity. And for women over 60, they offer something precious. Style that feels authentic. Not styled to impress, but to express. Take cinnamon brown wide leg trousers paired with a dusty pink lace blouse. It's cozy, yes, but it also holds a quiet romance, one that doesn't need to shout to be heard. Complete the look with beige heels and rose gold jewelry, and you're glowing in your own warmth. Or try mocha and blush together. Think of a soft blush maxi dress and mocha brown sandals, perfect for twilight dinners or weekend getaways. These tones embrace you like an old friend, familiar, flattering, and always comforting. Earthy doesn't mean dull, it means true. True to your tone, your pace, your wisdom. And the best part, they mix beautifully with textures knits, linen, suede, even denim. They make getting dressed feel intuitive again. Not a puzzle to solve, but a ritual to enjoy. So when the world feels too fast or too loud, reach for rust, olive, cinnamon, taupe. Let them wrap around you like peace you can wear. Because elegance isn't always polished. Sometimes it's lived in, and it's beautiful. Next, we step into something gentle again. Pastels full of lightness and grace, made for days when you want to feel soft, open, and effortlessly feminine. Feminine pastels, lightness that doesn't fade. There's something magical about pastels. They don't demand attention, they invite it, gently, softly, like a warm breeze through an open window. And as we age, pastels become less about looking sweet or young and more about feeling open again, open to softness, open to calm, open to joy that doesn't need to prove itself. Imagine a peach A-line skirt that moves with your steps. Now pair it with a lilac-fitted blouse that hugs in all the right places. Beige pumps, a pearl handbag, and suddenly your outfit is like a gentle conversation, simple, elegant, and full of light. Or picture periwinkle trousers paired with a coral pink knit sweater. Unexpected? Yes, but that's what makes it quietly bold. These colors aren't loud, but they don't disappear either. They reflect confidence through tenderness, like someone who's found strength in softness. Pastels also play beautifully with texture. Think chiffon, light knits, cotton voile, or pleated satin. These fabrics, combined with color, create movement, like poetry for the body. And baby pink with soft gray, it's polished, mature, yet still unmistakably feminine. The kind of pairing that turns heads without trying, because it radiates peace, not performance. These colors are ideal for brunches, garden parties, casual meetups, or simply a day when you want to feel delicate but grounded. They remind us that being a woman doesn't have to be fierce to be powerful. Sometimes it just needs to feel free. So if you've ever shied away from pastels, thinking they were too young or girlish, try again. You'll find they've grown with you. And now, they tell a different story. A story of elegance that whispers instead of roars. And now, from this gentle place of light, we step into the glow of evening. It's time for glamour. For velvet, shimmer, and rich contrast, because special occasions never have to end, and neither does your shine. Evening glamour. When the lights go down, you rise. Evenings carry a different kind of magic. The world softens, the lights dim, and suddenly there's space for something more dramatic, more radiant, more you. This is where deep hues and shimmering details come alive, where royal purple, black satin, and rose gold don't just dress you, they celebrate you. Imagine slipping into a royal purple velvet gown. The way it hugs gently but flows with grace. Now add champagne-colored heels and a metallic clutch that catches the light with every move. You're not trying to steal attention, but you have it, all of it. Or think about a sleek black jumpsuit paired with a tailored rose gold blazer. Rose gold stilettos, matching clutch, a swipe of mauve lipstick, and suddenly you're not just at the event, you own it, with elegance, with ease. For women over 60, evening wear is no longer about being appropriate. It's about being unforgettable. Because at this stage, you don't need to fit into anyone's mold. You've already broken through too many of them. Statement earrings, faux fur wraps, silk scarves, soft shimmer on the eyelids. These aren't extras, they're expressions of joy, of maturity, of timeless style that only deepens with every year. And let's not forget the beauty of contrast. Ivory wide-leg pants with an olive silk blouse under warm candlelight, or dark teal wrapped around gold jewelry, worn with that knowing smile only life experience gives you. These are the moments that remind us we haven't faded, we've just refined, we haven't slowed down, we've learned how to move with purpose. Evening glamour isn't about pretending to be younger. It's about showing up as the woman who knows exactly who she is and isn't afraid to shine no matter how late the hour. And from this shimmer and strength, we return to where it all began, not the closet, but the mirror, and what we see in it now. You deserve to feel this beautiful every day. And now, we return to that quiet morning, the woman standing in front of her closet, the silence, the hesitation, the sense that somewhere along the way something had dimmed. But this time, something's different. She reaches for emerald green, she pairs it with burgundy, she runs her fingers across butter yellow, soft taupe, coral pink, and suddenly she's not dressing to cover herself. She's dressing to honor herself. Because color isn't just a style choice, it's a feeling, it's a memory, it's a declaration that says, I'm still here, I still matter, I still shine. You see, aging isn't about shrinking, it's about expanding into wisdom, into elegance, into authenticity, and your style is allowed to grow with you. It doesn't have to stay muted or minimal or invisible. It can be bold, it can be soft, it can be anything that feels like you. So whether you choose rich jewel tones or gentle pastels, dramatic blacks or earthy browns, remember this. Every color you wear is a chance to say something about who you are, not who you were, not who others expect you to be, but the vibrant, beautiful, fully alive woman you've become. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You deserve to feel this radiant. You deserve to feel this seen. You deserve to feel this beautiful every single day. If this video reminded you of that truth, even for a moment, stay with us. There's so much more beauty to explore together. And if you know another woman who needs to hear this, share it with her. She deserves it too. Until next time, keep dressing with intention, keep walking with elegance, and above all, keep being the masterpiece you already are.